just because you're, just a civilian out here, but you're still one of the a child of an Edomite. So that means that you're still from the same bloodline. So you still got to be judged.
You're still a belligerent, even though you're not combatant.
You're still responsible.
Even though the word belligerent means you're fighting. Because even though you're not coming up against the truth in a way, you're coming up against the truth in the way that you're trying to be equal with us. You're trying to say, oh, can you forget about that? I thought we were all equal. No, that's belligerent. That's combatant.
Let me get this, because if you say let's forget about slavery, it happened a long time ago. This is Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past.
So you put us into slavery. The Lord saw that. We're remembering it, and He's going to put you back into slavery, and we're going to bust your heads open with a rod of iron. Bow! Every single day, and I'm going to put the power in you to come back alive, and I'm going to do it again. Boom! Spiritual power, man. Because the Lord doesn't like His people being in slavery. He doesn't like His people getting killed. He doesn't like for you to be on top. Like the scripture says, power is going to go back to the people of the Israelites. Because when Jacob put his hand on that heel of Esau, that means the power is going to return to us. Even though Esau was born first, it had to be like that. He had to be born first. He had to sell his, and that was just to prove that Edomites don't believe in the Lord, in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That was just to prove that Esau doesn't care about the blessing, doesn't care about the inheritance, the promise. He doesn't care about being righteous. He sold his birthright for a morsel of meat to eat.
So it says, and the Most High requires that which is past. So
if you put someone into slavery, you got to get put into slavery. And let me tell you why we were into slavery. Because we put our people into slavery too. When we had wars with the war between Judah and Israel, the Israelites put the Jews into captivity and took them hostage and mingled among them. That's why we went into captivity. But also, the Jews went into captivity. So the Lord requires payback. And if you benefit from slavery, then you got to pay back too.
So that verse when it said, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity," is the Lord still requiring for that person to go into captivity? And that happened in the past, right?
So that we went into slavery. There is such thing as righteous slavery, and there is wicked slavery. Righteous slavery is when you don't have anything to eat. For example, what Joseph did to the Israelites, they didn't have anything to eat. They were suffering a famine, and Joseph said, "Hey, sell me your land, and I'll give you food and seed, and you can still work that land, but you got to give me the crop." Hey, that's smart. That's a smart businessman. That's why Egypt was great. That's how Egypt got great. The same way, spiritual Egypt got great, because these three tribes and the rest of and then Gad and Reuben and Issachar had to give up their land. We didn't give it up. It got took from us. For what? To house these Negroes so they can be slaves. And then all that free labor built up their infrastructure and it built up their wealth. So then these people got rich off slavery, and then let's say they stopped slavery in about 1800s, and then what happened there? The people that were the descendants of those plantation owners were wealthy. That's how they had mansions, plantations. They owned orchards, owned the land. How are you going to own the land that wasn't yours in the first place? Because your father stole it, killed, and paved the way for you to own it. So all of that has to get paid back.
So when the Most High said, I require that which is past, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. This is Psalms 2 and 8. It says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So that's when it's going to come around, that he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's when these heathens are going to be under the Israelites.
It's going to be awesome. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai shall bring thee into Egypt again. So that word Egypt is Matazariah. But the word slavery is Ibad. Okay? So there's a big difference. So that word Egypt is Matazariah. So Egypt doesn't mean slavery. Okay? And Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. So how did the transatlantic slave trade happen? Through ships. Colonization happened through ships. By the way whereof I spake unto you, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. No man's going to buy you. That doesn't mean that the white man bought you. Oh, but the white man bought you. No. That means no one will redeem you.
No one's going to buy you from the white man.
Yeah, no, because nobody's going to save your ass.
And when it said, I shall give thee the heathen for an inheritance, I got the definition for heathen, and it's a Strong's H 1471, and it says usually of non-Hebrew people. So if you're not a Hebrew Israelite, you're a heathen.
Okay, but see, that definition went off a little bit. It said non-Hebrew people, so that means Edom is still a Hebrew. They got Hebrew Edomites.
Yeah, Hebrew Edomites.
Because they were both speaking Hebrew. Ishmaelite was speaking Hebrew.
But he's a Hebrew Edomite. If you're not an Israelite,
yeah.
You know.
So that should be more specific and say Jew or Israelite. But you got to be able to know when you have to apply critical thinking.
Because really it's saying non-Hebrew Israelite.
That's what it should be saying. That's what it is saying.
That's what it's really meaning. It says, ask of me, and I shall give thee that heathen for thine inheritance.
And we ask him, man. We want the payback.
Yeah, see?
That's the only thing you should want. Is the Lord to come back and redeem you. Payback.
You should want to be rulers of this earth, you know.
Oh man, and like the brother Eli said, why did we stay there so long? Why are we still in captivity for so long? Because the comfort level has changed. We got TVs, we got houses, we got air conditioners. You know, we got fast food.
People think that they're living the good life. But this really ain't the good life. You know, the good life is when you're living in the kingdom of heaven.
But we're living the good life because we're preaching the truth.
We got part of it.
We're going to close down.
It says, It says, give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with the rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. That's what he said when this brother's talking about dashing these heathens with the rod of iron. Because we're gonna have, because that's having power.
That's real power. They won't be able to do a damn thing about it. They won't be able to say, well, hold on, I got to call my representative. I got to call my foreman. No one's going to save you. And that's the patience of my faith. No one's going to save you from me. Man, you think you got it good right now? You think you did something bad to us? You did. But wait till I get my hands on you. You're gonna be screaming terror, man. And the only day you're gonna get off is the Sabbath. Because we don't get the day of rest. We don't get no. We can't rest on the Sabbath. Everybody has to work. Everybody has to work year round. They don't give them the earth a break. You know, nobody gets breaks. But we still got a lot to talk about slavery, so we're going to do that next week, talk more about slavery. We got to close the scripture.
This is the last scripture, Revelation 2:26. And to the one who is victorious and continues in my work until the end, I will give authority over the nations.
With that, we're going to say, Kahalayim la Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rahakudash. Till the next time we say Shalom.